The Londonpreneur Show with Michelle Carter.
Welcome to another episode of the Londonpreneur Show, where we interview a new entrepreneur every Monday and Friday. Today is my guest, Susan Dinner from Custom Art and Jewelry. Welcome, Susan.
Thank you very much, Michelle.
So my first question is kind of odd, but I'd like to know what gets you out of bed in the morning?
Being able at this point in my life to be able to get up every day and create beautiful designs and primarily my work is custom, so I have a beautiful woman to design for, and so that gets me up.
So when did you start deciding to make jewelry?
9 years ago.
9 years.
I had a change in my life, a major life event. I was widowed, and I had worked in the corporate world in cosmetic fragrances for many years, hiring and training cosmeticians, and had initially started out of high school at Ontario College of Art in Toronto, and never did anything with that. So when this life change happened, I wanted to follow my bliss, and that was to create beautiful jewelry.
Yes, to follow your passion in business.
Yes.
Very good. So you decided to get the entrepreneur bug later in life.
Absolutely. It's never too late.
Absolutely. So what's your favorite part about being an entrepreneur?
Freedom.
Okay. Time freedom or?
Freedom. Well, freedom of creating whatever I want in my life. Creating beautiful, one-of-a-kind designs. I refer to my work, my jewelry, as wearable art. The freedom to have my day full of whatever I want to fill it with. The freedom to be able to go out and initiate business in whatever manner I wish to, whether that's walking through a department store and starting up a conversation with a woman who has made comments most often about my jewelry, or in a coffee shop or a networking event. So it's that abundance of freedom that I have in my life.
So do you think wearing your jewelry has been your best marketing plan for your
Absolutely.
business?
Absolutely.
You get a lot of questions.
I get a lot of feedback. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that women feel very comfortable and confident to stop me and ask me about my jewelry. Most often the first comment is, I've never seen that before.
Oh, very good.
Which really makes me feel wonderful, because my mandate when I started my business was that it would be one of a kind and that it would be quality. I can make jewelry and I can do a lot of jewelry, but I chose to make beautiful one-of-a-kind jewelry and invest time, my time, and also invest in beautiful materials to work with.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have a favorite material that you prefer to work with?
Well, I learned early on in my business that I can't be everything to everyone.
Okay.
And so I chose a niche market, and that market is for a woman that's very discerning about how she likes to accessorize her clothing, a woman that loves quality, a woman that loves to be unique, a woman that loves to be able to get up and enhance and bring forth that inner beauty that we all have in us when we feel and look our best.
Very good. Is there anything you're struggling with in your business right now?
Well, it's not really a struggle, but it is a bit of an issue right now in that I'm a new person to London. And so I've come from Horseshoe Valley area, which is northeast of Barrie.
Okay. When did you move to London?
A year ago.
1 year, okay.
Yes, and I gave myself about 6 months of sitting back and wondering what I was going to do, whether I was going to continue with my jewelry or do something else. And this is my passion, so yes, I'm doing my jewelry, continuing my jewelry. But it's 8 years later, and social media is so different. Promoting a business is so different. In Horseshoe Valley, I was somewhat known for being in the area for a long time. And I did a lot of charity work. So, you know, your name and your face gets out there. Coming to a new venue such as London, it's having to start all over again.
Yeah, isn't that right?
So that is a challenge for me, but I'm very grateful, and I say this with deep conviction, that the women that I've met in London have been very helpful, and I've met many.
Good.
Various networking groups, and just people that are being put in my life to take a helping, or to extend a helping hand to me.
Yes, we have a great entrepreneur
You
community.
do,
here in
very
London.
strong, and I've met so many, not just a few, a lot of successful, wonderful women.
Absolutely. Is there any sort of trials or tribulations you would like to pass on to those thinking of starting their own jewelry business?
Absolutely. Believe in yourself, believe in your talent. Don't try and follow the masses.
Okay.
I specifically do not look at magazines. I do not go into jewelry stores.
Okay.
I am so grateful and blessed that these ideas keep on flowing. And I've had many incidents where I'm hanging out at my favorite suppliers. I have 3. Over the course of the years, I've developed a relationship with 3 suppliers in Toronto. And I might have bought materials 5, 6 years ago that something will strike a creative flow, something else that I purchased that combines so well with those materials that I bought a number of years ago. And it just comes together. And I allow that process rather than being dictated of what the trends are.
Okay.
I had mentioned earlier that I do a lot of custom work, and so picking trends for my customers is not the route that I take. I love to get to know the woman, find out what her likes, dislikes, what her personality, what her nature is, to allow me to be able to develop something, a design unique for her.
Wow. So just follow that inspiration that comes.
Absolutely. And so I guess that would be my major, this long in the tooth now, my feedback that I would offer a younger entrepreneur is to just follow that God-given inspiration, that artistic inspiration that you've been given.
That's great advice.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, be yourself and let that wonderful blessing, that wonderful gift that you've been given flow.
Yes. So where would you like to see your business to be 5 years from now?
Everywhere.
Everywhere, on every woman.
Well, it's just so much fun, my process, and being able to get to know somebody personally.
Yeah.
And then the added benefit of being out and about and seeing women wearing my jewelry, just like you have my jewelry on now.
Yes, and thank you so much.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Like, that gives me so much gratification and just fills me up, so that it just keeps that joy and that bliss in me to continue on. Another thing that I've always envisioned for my jewelry is that it would offer me the options of being able to pay it forward in the future. And that's being able to do mission work.
Okay.
Whether it's going someplace, locally or elsewhere, because I want to help people everywhere.
Yes.
Being able to show women how to create a livelihood for themselves, whether it's with this medium or with another artistic look that they might have.
Yeah, understandable. Thank you again for coming on the show today. Where can we find out more about you and get in touch with getting some of these creations made?
Thank you. Well, I have a website that's up and running now. It's a recent venture for me. It was word of mouth previously, and now I have a beautiful website. And I'm also on Instagram.
Okay.
And I'm on Facebook.
Very good. I'll make sure to link those in the show notes below.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great. And thank you again for sponsoring the show today with the beautiful jewelry you see. Make sure you contact Susan Dinner if you'd like a piece of your own. And I want to thank you. I also want to say a thank you to Pink Ink, our current stylists, who have been able to provide the wardrobe and makeup for today's show as well. Another thank you to Sonia from the salon for the hair that was created today. Thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe to our channel, and we hope to see you next time.